Hi, it's Robleto. It's been a long time since I uploaded something, but here we are with F123. Last time I uploaded was Circus Superstars, and I didn't finish that season uploading on YouTube because the last couple races I had bad lag and was just bummed out, so I didn't upload. The next season I participated in, same thing. I had a lot of lag and glitches, so yeah, just got a little disappointed of how that went and never went around to uploading any of the races because there were a few that I had a lot of fun racing in. So, anyways, we're here on F123, starting F2 career mode, starting in F2 and then going to move up into F1, of course. And I'm starting off showing all of my settings. What we're doing in my career mode that I haven't seen many people do on YouTube is not controlling the upgrades. I feel like this is more realistic because you don't jump from team to team and can bring any team you're on to the front because you're smart about your upgrades and upgrading facilities. So you can jump from any team, even if they're at the back. You can bring them to the front pretty quickly, like a season or two. So I feel like this is more realistic. It's risky because you see Red Bull at the top and you go for them, but then there's a regulation change and maybe they didn't adapt their parts correctly or enough, and yeah, now they're a back marker, or they drop further back than what you thought they'd be, or maybe you see Aston, the graph in one season they're just constantly improving, but then there's a regulation change and they drop pretty far back, and now you took that risk of them being at the front and they're at the back now. So I feel like this is more realistic, a little more fun, a little more risk. So that's what we're doing. I do want to be open about my assists and settings. Again, I went through all that. Now we're in a different screen, but I do have traction control on medium. I do have anti-lock brakes. The racing line is on corners only 2D. It used to be 3D, but I decided to, make it less obvious. And I don't use that to know where to position my car on the track. It's more so to know when to brake, more or less. I just don't have the mental capacity to know, where to pick out a brake marker on however many turns. Saudi Arabia has like 26, I think. So I just can't deal with it. I don't have enough time and practice on this game to, you know, pick out breaking points, and it's just, I'm just here to have fun, and I'm not gonna make this a super realistic simulation, channel. I'm just here to have fun and share it with whoever's watching. So thanks for watching if you are here. So yeah, I'm just here to have fun. I do experiment in some races because I am like 6 races into the F1 career now at the time of this recording, like this voiceover, and I did experiment some races without traction control, and I did have fun. I couldn't do it on Saudi because there's just so many winding turns. I just was spinning like 3 times a lap. I'm also using flashbacks. I try to limit them as much as possible, but sometimes I just I'm not gonna deal with this. Let me just rewind and try again. Yeah, because I'm just here to have fun. I'm not gonna, if I make a mistake, and spin or something, I'll leave it. Yeah, I made a mistake. It's realistic. Just gotta let it go. But in general, I do, I try to avoid the flashbacks, and there might be a few instances here and there where I use it because I get distracted and I smack into the back of someone, and I get really bad wing damage, and I'm not gonna deal with that. I didn't intend, because there are times I will point out, since I'm several races into my F1 career, where I just blinked out and did not even brake for the turn, and I crashed into the back of a driver. So yeah, just want to be transparent about that. Don't expect a perfect simulator racing. You know, I just want to have fun. So we're picking a team at a driver academy. Um, I was leaning towards Mercedes, you know, the driver academy, but I ended up doing none, so I can have multiple options out there. I kind of know what team I want to go to. I don't want to go for like a McLaren because they're pretty set on Lando and Oscar. I'm not going to Red Bull or Ferrari or Mercedes. They're not going to take the chance on a rookie. Aston, they're not going to get rid of Stroll, and Lawrence is very obvious. You know, he wants a star driver. That's why he got Vettel and then Alonso. So being realistic about what teams I'm choosing, and yeah, so let's go to the first race, F2 at Bahrain. I'm only doing 8 races this season for F2, just to get it done quickly. But yeah, so we're away, and I get a much better start than I expected because in last year's game, you always get bad starts, and Vesti's blocking me down the inside. So yeah, I was very thrown off, and like I had to avoid. I think it was Duhan. Yeah, but surprised I got that good of a start. So we're in 9th. I don't remember where I started. I assume outside the top 10. Yeah, I'm not showing qualifying because I just want to get through this F2 portion of the career mode. And this first episode would be like an hour and a half if I included qualifying in like most of these races. So I'm just showing little bits and highlights, overtakes and such from each race. There's only 8 I did for this F2 side. So we get past Fittipaldi again, kind of bullying him out of the way. Not the best move, but whatever. That's F123 AI. Here I got stuck on a curb entering the S's, and I just decided, it's a straight line and go through the gravel, and no time gained, no time gained, no time lost. So nothing to worry about there. Going down the last straightaway here in Bahrain, I broke earlier than what the brake marker says, but I still closed up on Vesti pretty quickly, and it threw us off. We got both of our exits compromised. Here I remember pressing overtake, and I remember that there's no overtaking the F2 cars. And Vesti fights back on the outside. He lunged in there pretty well. I've noticed that if you're side by side battling an AI, that they will actually lunge deeper than usual. If you're sending one from so far back, they're not expecting it. You caught him off guard, like this. He just, didn't know I was gonna make some move. But in general, I feel like if you're side by side and you're battling, they will actually try to make a lunge and brake late to stay side by side with you, which is pretty cool. So we're fast forwarding to lap 6. Pretty quick through this portion of the track. So I close up on Iwasa, and on the inside here, little snap of oversteer, I guess. I watch F1 a lot, but I get confused on some of the little things. Final lap. Passing Sato pretty quickly down the straight. Got a pretty good exit on the last turn. And yeah, so we got past him. We're just on the edge of a podium, 1.5 seconds back, but didn't have enough time. One more lap, I would have gotten him. But yeah, that's it. P4 in the first race.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
So here are the results. I don't know how quickly these are going to go, but yeah, finished fourth, fourth in the championship. Pretty good start. Just I want to win the championship. I want to win multiple races. That's the goal. So yeah, good result in the first race. Got some good overtakes. So we started 12th and I finished 4th. I'll take it. Not bad. And Logan Sargent's my teammate. 2 Americans. I'm Carlin. And he also moved up pretty well, 19th to 13th. So yeah, pretty good for us Americans.
After the points finished last race, let's...
Yep, don't need to listen to Mark. So we qualified on pole in Saudi. I love driving on this track. I remember when it was first added. Was it last game or 2 games ago? I hated it initially, and then I drove on it more and more and more, and I love it. It's so satisfying to drive on. You know, fast forwarding this first lap, like I just love like that section. It is just so flowing, and it's just fun. I don't know how to describe it. It's not overly difficult like Monaco. Like Monaco can get so annoying because you're going so slow, and you're just like tiptoeing. Feels like around Monaco. This, and when you're going all out high speed on the street circuit, and it's so much fun. I love this track. Obviously controversial, you know, location, circumstances, whatever. But yeah, fast forwarding to lap 6 because I led most of the race. I turned too early,
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that.
and I just had a horrible chicane in the 3rd sector. Right? Is that the 3rd sector? Yeah, 3rd sector. So that allowed Cordial to catch up to me. Kept it steady, half a second lead ahead of him in that lap. Now on lap 7, final lap, he's 3/10 behind, and he's got DRS, and I'm trying to win my first race. So he's right beside me, not to the right, wheel to wheel, going to the last turn. Kind of took a weird angle into the final turn. He's still there. I'm trying to give him space and not just bully the AI out of the way like I did the last race. And we got it. We got our first F2 win. It was so much fun. I love this track.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
This race, this win, was about one thing and one thing only: consistency. Anyone can be quick for just one lap, but there's a difference between that and being quick every lap, over and over and over. If you can do that, if you can gain ground when your opponents make mistakes, but then not make mistakes on your own, you can just push and push.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance.
So yeah, there we go. First win, almost third away, with 2 laps to go, a lap and a half to go. Yeah, just I completely misjudged that chicane, turned in just slightly early, and yeah, nearly threw it away. And I even bounced off the second wall too. It was really dumb of me, but we won. Luckily, I had enough of a gap to maintain the lead and not drop any places. And Cordio nearly had us in the final turn, but yeah, that was fun. Let's see where our teammate is. 21st, not good. He did better in the first race. Disappointing. 21st, and your teammate is first. Yeah. The AI, I don't know if it was shown.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
Okay, as I was saying, I think the AI was set to like 93, 97 for these races. So, yeah. Anyways, another great start in Silverstone. I don't like this track. I just feel like I have to keep it in because it's Silverstone. You gotta keep it. Like, I hate this track. I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because the AI in previous games are just so imbalanced. They can take the turn so much faster than you. So it's just frustrating more than anything. The track itself is good and fun to drive on, but like it's frustrating. It's hard to overtake. It is, just not fun to race against the AI here, the AI. So, end of lap 1. I don't know the turn names here. Maggots, Beckett's, Luffield, I don't know. So around this long right-hand turn, on the back of Duhan. Oh, track limits are on. Not strict. What's the next one down? They're on, so I can't just corner cut, but it's on linear, I think is what it's called. So I got past Duhan, and here on lap 4 I get into the back of Daruvula. Luckily no damage. I am on simulation, but I didn't get any damage. I guess it wasn't that hard of a hit. Lap 5, still behind Daruvula again. It is just frustrating to drive here against the AI. And I try to make a move on Daruvula, but then I just smack into the back of Porsche. No damage again, but just didn't expect Porsche and the other leaders to back up that much. Either way, we are on lap 7, and now I am challenging for the podium, but just not enough. Just frustrating. Just can't do anything here. And I don't know. Are we finished 4th? I didn't see the leaderboard.
Right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Yep, 4th place. Yeah, frustrating race. I think that was the most. I don't think it was the most frustrating race. I think there's one that comes later on. But I get driver of the day. Not bad. Oh, sorry about that. Let me turn off my phone. Anyways. Yeah, P4. I don't see Logan Sargent on the leaderboard again, which is annoying because he's not that bad. I don't pay attention much to F2, but I don't think he should be finishing that far down. I'm pretty sure he's like a top 6 guy, if I remember. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, David. Let's see the results. Are we not going to see Sargent? No, we're not. So yeah, no points for Sargent.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally. So let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
Yeah, I don't know what Mark is talking about. We literally won 2 races ago, and we've gotten points in every single race. Yeah, annoying. It's another issue with this game, or the series, really, the last few years. Just nonsense from the engineer. But we tapped the wall at the start of this race, and we had, again, an incredible start. And we're up to P5. I don't remember where we started. Yeah, pretty far down, I assume. Probably like 9th, I think. We'll find out at the end. I'm not paying attention. This is my first voiceover in I don't know how long. Yeah, so up to P5. I love. This is another track I absolutely love. Imola and Saudi, I think, are my 2 favorite tracks.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Yeah, Mark keeps interrupting us. Sorry about that, but yeah, I love this track. It is so much fun. Here, going on lap 2, I am trying to get past Daruvula, getting in the slipstream, and I pull out, but then he... Oh my god, I forgot about this. Yeah, I was just getting too close to him, and swerving back and forth, getting in his slipstream, and trying to pull out, make a move, and I just, yeah, I don't know what happened. I somehow clipped his rear wing, and I misjudged it. Luckily, I got no damage, and he didn't get any damage. I don't think so. But yeah, so we survived. Somehow we took out some braking boards, but yeah, we move on to the next lap, I think. So this is lap later. Lap 4. We're getting past the Deruvula into the chicane, giving him space. He's fighting back. I like that. He is fighting back. Dip a wheel into the gravel. And yeah, we get him into the hairpin, squeeze him out. Pretty fair racing. That was really good. Now into the chicane, battling Caldwell and Vips. I'm not sure if it's coming on the video, but as I'm doing this voiceover, the video lags a bit during transitions. So if you guys notice it too, or I'll obviously notice it once I upload this, but yeah, now making I hope to get that fixed in the next video. Easily get past Caldwell up to P2, but with all that battling we were dealing with from P2 to P5, we just lost so much time to Iwasa. And now, with half a lap to go ish, we are catching up to P1. We are 1.1 seconds back, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 6 into the chicane. I don't corner cut. I'm actually within the lines, and I gained so much time. And I need a big lunge here to do anything with Iwasa, but this isn't really an overtaking area, especially this far back. So yeah, I couldn't get to him there. One more chance here, try to get a better exit, but I have a snap of oversteer, and it's a short run to the line. I get DRS, but too late. P2. Still, so much fun this race.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a really strong drive and a great finish. Well done.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
Davies increases their championship lead.
And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
It's a difficult one, but I got to go for the Carlin driver. I have to give it to Davies. They did a great job at getting the most of the tires without losing pace. That's a good skill to have.
On to the teams then. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. And
So we're P1 in the championship, 19 ahead of Deruvula, so he's our main competitor. We're starting P7, paying attention now. I'm starting P7. Now we're in Austria, and again a great start. Dragovic gets a terrible start. We're now side by side with Sato. Armstrong blocks us in. I'm trying to go, and he's not going. So that allows Sato to get past me. I stutter so much, I'm sorry. I'm just having fun. And I give Sato a push into the turn. Again, I don't get damage. I have simulation. I need to double check my settings. Yeah, I do have it on simulation. Anyways, we're now P5, trying to get past Armstrong. Again, I am flirting with risk, with disaster. An amazing switchback with Armstrong.
Okay, good work. Great
But yeah,
pass.
I was taking a big risk being that close to his wing, like we saw in Imola. I nearly crashed, and now we're back with Sato, who moved up to P3. Again, I should not be doing that.
Leading our teammate by
The little
10.9
slipstream I'm
seconds.
gaining from that is not worth it. So I shouldn't be dipping in that close behind that driver in front. Now up to P2, making a move with 2 laps to go. Get past Vips and Iwasa again. I don't know why he's not P2 in the championship. It feels like he's always up here. Yeah, we're going down the long straight to the hairpinish turn, and I hit the back of Iwasa, slide, and there's some weird movement going on between both of us. I misjudged it. Let's see a replay of what happened. Looks like it was my fault. I moved to the left, and yeah, I to the left of that point of view. But yeah, we win again. Yeah, win number 2.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
Yeah, win number 2. From the cockpit, from on board, he also did move slightly to the right, just a little bit, so that threw me off. But it was mainly my fault. I was going back and forth too much, just like Imola, where I try to tuck in behind and I shouldn't. And yeah, I just moved back and forth too much. But he did move slightly to the right, and so it did throw me off. But my fault. No penalty though, because I don't know. Would that be investigated in real life? I think that's just a racing incident. But yeah, another incredible start in Spain, weaving through the traffic, and we get stuck here behind Robleto. I don't remember where we started, but pretty far back. I had a really bad qualifying session. I forget where I messed up on, but voice crack. Yeah, but making quick work. Gained so much time here in the first sector alone. Stuck behind Sato and Novalak. I always feel like I'm battling Sato. Yeah, past Sato. I feel like looking back, I think I could have dove to the inside of Novalak, but
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
But yeah, I didn't take that risk. Lap 3, I don't have DRS yet on Novalak, but I am going to go for the move. Very late move. The AI do defend weirdly, I think, in this game, making moves like that. It's very similar to what happened in Austria. Very similar to what happened in Austria, where they just make a slight little move. And yeah, end lap 9, finished P12. I could not gain any more time. Spain, this was the most frustrating race.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
I just had no pace. Messed up in qualifying. These are short races in the F2 career that I'm doing, so yeah, still good drive today though.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
It's a difficult one.
Yep, so yeah, the gap at the front of the championship closed a lot. I am just 8 points ahead of someone.
After
I
the
don't remember
points
who.
finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Okay. Mark, we did not score points last race. This is kind of things that little bother me. These little details about the F1 games that just don't make sense. Yeah. We're in Spa. I love the track too. It needs some updating though, but I know from what I can see. I was watching an Alex Gillen video and he was talking about how this hasn't been updated in a long time. So we avoided disaster. I think we got into the back of someone ahead. I think it was Fittipaldi, and I smacked into the back of them. Going up Eau Rouge, Radion, whatever this is, I just get too aggressive. Again, I should not be tucking in that close behind someone. And yeah, I spit out. So we're down to 22nd. And Sargent, oh my gosh, I forgot about him. He's 20th. Yeah, disappointing. We catch back up to the pack, starting lap 3 and get fastest lap. Get down the inside of Nissani and Sato. Pretty, I think it was a reckless move. That would not slide at all in real life. Now battling my teammate Sargent. Again, another reckless move, but it works in the F1 games. And he's fighting back though. And to whatever this turn is, I think this is no name, right? Yeah. And now on to lap 4. Another reckless move. Not proud of it, but I am moving up.
Okay, good work.
And
Great pass.
I'm up to 18th. And I'll let some of these highlights go, and I'll break in if something weird happens, because I think something weird has happened here. But I still build a storyline. You know, Sargent, American driver, is trying to get that Williams seat. I don't know, maybe Williams might want the other American driver that's doing way better. in that seat instead to race alongside Albon. So we'll see. So far we've proven we're not really mistake prone. You know, Haas, American team, does, you know, want a driver that won't be crashing out their cars like Mick Schumacher was and costing them however millions in damage. So maybe they'll take me, American driver, American team. I am doing well. I had a little spin here in Spa, but you know, no big deal. Not crashing. So yeah, end of lap 6. We can only recover the P15. Not bad. If we had more time, if these races were longer, I could have for sure gotten points. But yeah, just couldn't do anything because of my mistake. So that was a shame. Here are the results for Spawn. Dennis, I don't know how to pronounce his name, won. We are 20 points ahead of second place in the championship. So I think this is the last race. I think Italy, Monza is the last race.
Right, this championship is still alive and there's still a chance we can win it. So get out there and bring the title home. Come on!
Thanks, Mark. And yes, it is still alive. I can finish out to the points and the driver in P2 can still win if they score at least 5 points. So, side by side with Djokovic, started P2 and we easily clear him into turn 1. And I thought, let's make it a little exciting, give him space there on the outside. And we are back in P1. So, yeah, we just need to bring it home, like Mark said. Skipping to lap 2, can't remember why. Oh yeah, that little bunny hop kind of screwed me up. And we got a side-by-side battle with Djokovic, give him space on the inside. We make contact, so my driver throws up his hand, and I am able to hold on to P1, but I'm a little, I don't know, messed up, thrown off by that little incident of the chicane and Djokovic trying to pass me. But we're back to the front. Audio popped out a little bit there. I'm not sure why. And we had a little game of fastest lap with DRS, or not DRS, but the slipstream. So Djokovic back on the outside, again making a good lunge. Again, I like that with the AI. And he parks it on the exit. I run into the back of him. And that scared me. I thought he could see we have damage. Excuse me, we have damage. But we don't. And I'm trying to fight around the outside. Again, not trying to get behind him. I shouldn't be behind him. Oh my god, I did it again. Trying to make a move. I nearly run into the back of him. I can't be doing it anymore. Because, oh my god. Like, I am so annoyed with myself looking back that I did that so many times. Imola, can't remember the race after, but yeah. Djokovic fighting back, he had DRS, trying to outbreak each other, give each other room. This is fun racing. I do really love racing in this game. Yeah, the AI still tend to back out on the exits if you're side by side. Fast forwarding lap 8. This is the last lap. Is this Parabolica? I think so. And out of the final turn, extend track limits. So who cares? We're a second and a half up on Hager, and we win the F2 championship.
Oh man, that's it! It's all over and you are the world champion! What a drive, what a season, well done!
There were questions at the start of the season as to whether they could really go all the way, but there's no question anymore. What a special year it's been, and here they are, the new Formula 2 World Drivers' Champion. Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
Although the Formula 2 car are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
So that's it then for our F2 career. I won the driver championship. It was a lot of fun. I really liked the F2 cars in this game. I don't know if they changed at all from the previous games to this one, but I remember not liking them at all in previous games. So it was a lot of fun. Add some backstory to our career on this game. Yeah, I didn't get the constructors with Carlin. Unfortunately, Logan was slacking. He had that one good race in Bahrain where he gained a ton of positions, but that was it. So yeah, next video we'll be choosing a new team, the realistic options, Haas, Williams, Alfa Romeo, and AlphaTauri. So yeah, thanks for watching this far, whoever made it this far. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just having fun, nothing serious, but I am really excited to see how this career mode goes since I'm not controlling the upgrades. A lot of risk. So yeah, we'll see. Haas, Williams, Alfa Romeo, or AlphaTauri. My decision's already made because I'm already like 6 races into the F1 career. Yeah. So yeah, thanks again for watching. See you in the next video when we choose which team we're racing for.